need some milk.
To the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Denver. Will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now, first and 10.
Playing Jesus right now.
Back in his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A carry for the Northern California native, Devontae, 35. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. Throwing is Keenum. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route run, toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. Keenum throwing on second. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Let's go.
From midfield, here's Keenum. And he up at the 40. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush.
Oh, wow.
Terrific coverage where they are plastered
Terry
to the
over here
receivers.
throwing haymakers.
And then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Garoppolo looks to throw. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That's good for a Niner first down. Garoppolo to Garçon. A first carry now for the former Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon. It's a 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Adam Jones. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And Denver getting set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit. By putting some points on the board on this one.
Well, it took me off my guy, son of a bitch.
Past the 20, 10, and all the way
Wow.
home for a Broncos
That's
score.
bullshit. It took me off my fucking guy. It gave me the wrong dude.
3 yards. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Well, they were back in the... Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, 76 yards. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Gould able to tack on the extra point. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Gould now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. Now a play fake here on first down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off play action. Keenum. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, here's Keenum. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Keenum. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Keenum finding Sanders for a big one. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He's to the 10. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to it?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now McKinnon to start the drive. Look at this spin.
Balance.
And they'll get first play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On first down, Garoppolo. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here we go. Hurry up. Hurry up. 36.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shaquille Barrett in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Here's Jones. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Keenum. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. To throw is Keenum. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Goodwin. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. And even 40 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And Salek here, left side. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now McKinnon. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. Garoppolo on first down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
And that is left. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out, it's not the case.
Riley. He almost blocked it, but still, for him to hook it that bad.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On first down, Keenum. They set up the screen to Booker. Got some real estate inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Booker on first down. And he stopped immediately there. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Oh, and now he bowls him over.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
For a Denver touchdown. Royce Freeman, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
Oh, my God.
And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
To Riley right now.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure If something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On play action, now Garoppolo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, my fucking God!
They do. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback
Yes, fumble the ball on the 12-yard line. That's wonderful. That's a wonderful fucking goal. Good job, guys.
Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster.
I'm going to lose this fucking game.
Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now before the 2nd down play,
There's
we'll
no
get
other way to put it
and a
because
timeout.
goddamn.
As they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 2nd down, Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And McManus able to put it through. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is.
Riley's
right?
a
I don't
fucking
want to
trap king.
create
That's
more
what
hype
it is.
than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Goodwin. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a 1st down. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And the Broncos get there
I
and
can't
take
run
him
a
down.
fucking
The man who won a
play
Super
action
Bowl
pass
MVP
because I'm getting
award
sacked
on this very
immediately.
field. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brandon Marshall in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays.
Fuck it. I guess we got to do a 4 verts.
So the
So
sack of
goddamn
Garoppolo.
stupid.
And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
That boy's got 4. 4 down.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Hard throw, incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room. Because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Again, they'll run with Freeman. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. Left side here, Sanders. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Keenum to Sanders for the Denver first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The man who wreaked havoc on the Broncos in Super Bowl 48, Malcolm Smith. Coming on the blitz, he gets him for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Out of the gun, Keenum. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49ers opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Damn. Half a second.
65, 65. Hey. 4 down. Well, fellas, here we go.
They run it with McKinnon. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Good defense holds them to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gold is able to put it through. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now it's Freeman. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Freeman again. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Marquette King now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And that's incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Over the middle to Garcon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Garoppolo now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. McKinnon. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another 1st down run right there.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again. Von Miller in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Von Miller in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And Gold is able to put it through, and that'll move him back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Keenum on 1st down. Sanders has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Keenum now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. The tackle by Eric Armstead. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking,
I don't think
yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
To throw on second down is Keenum. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And Foster loses the football. It's out. And this is going to be 49er football.
Oh, that is what I needed.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch 18, 18. Watch 18. 11, 11, 11. 11. Just like that. 11, 11.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sua Cravens in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On second down, here's Garoppolo. Oh, no, he lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand.
Fuck, that is not what I needed.
Because you've got to take care of the
ball. Get the pick and immediately fucking fumble it away.
Following the fumble recovery, Keenum swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Hurry up and pick your fucking play, Riley. Jesus. Fucking coward.
To throw, it's Keenum. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year.
Not sure, honestly.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Going for the deep ball. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard,
all 3 of my timeouts and the 2-minute warning.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they looked like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Caught left side, Garcon.
Good shit, Garcon. Good shit.
35. A big play, Garoppolo to Garcon. 46 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Von Miller in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. He's back to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
pass interference, nothing? They called. I just threw a pick.
Picked off by Adam Jones. And the return just
well, I still have all 3 of my timeouts. I'm down 6. So if I can stop
they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10.
Roger.
Here's Freeman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Yeah, I know. I'm well aware.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Keenum. Rolling to his right. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And the 49ers going to take another timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now it's Keenum.
Yes, he dropped it. 4th down. Punt the ball. Fucking bitch.
And brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is brought in at the 21. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. Escapes the center. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So he's unable to complete it there. And just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly.
He overthrew it.
Complete.
Fuck.
1 second left to go.
Well, last play of the game. This is it.
Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before.
Can't believe Garoppolo overthrew that
He seems
fucking
to
ball,
pull it off
dude.
about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
Yeah, right. Gotta risk it for the biscuit.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. One final try now for Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete.
Fuck, he got tackled.
And he gets
Damn,
this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Broncos, it's a rare bright spot as they move to 3-10 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Just didn't play well enough to win that game. That's depressing.